welcome back to the channel. So this is a part number 2 of my 3-part videos from our trip to France. If you're new to the channel, it was my big birthday the other day and we decided to pay a trip to France, have some cheese, have some champagne, stay over the hotel and do a little bit of prepping shopping on our way back. The array of food in France is absolutely amazing and we're talking about fresh food as well as a prepper's food. So it was no brainer really to be able to just pick up some bits, considering we've driven there for about 6 hours, stayed in a hotel. It's been a long couple of days, but nonetheless it was worth it. So the part number 2, there was the Auchan shop. And yes, as you can see, this is not all of the things we bought in here because wine was kind of the main agenda, if you wish, on the top of course, my tins. But as you can see, again, from the Auchan, we managed to pick up some Bordeaux. Okay, 2 boxes. Again, the prices are astonishing. So if you haven't watched the previous video, guys, the exchange rate, okay, so £1 is worth €1.19 or €1 is equals to 84 pence. So there is quite a good savings made, especially on the top of the prices that are already better in France, especially when we're talking about wine. So the Bordeaux boxes here, guys, we were looking at €26 for one box and it was €24 for another box. That brings up cost of each bottle for less than £4 and they are good wines. They're not really deep in terms of the depth of flavor. It's a Bordeaux, it's really dry, crisp wine and they are really nice. So nonetheless, we bought a couple of those. At the same time, bringing out to you guys the whole thing, and I'm using the alcohol as an example, but of course, as I mentioned on the previous video with the tins and everything else, so things like that. Okay, and you've probably seen this in a supermarket. It comes in the either clear bottles or black bottles. In UK, they range between £10.99 and £11.99. Well, in France, I bought a case of them because they worked out to be under £5 each. This is more than half price, okay? And this is also, on the top, we'll get now 15% back on the VAT as a non-EU resident. So you get extra 50% on top. So you can see this is a huge savings to be had. So without further ado, I'm quickly going to get you through just a couple of bits that we picked. As again, we bought loads of different individual bottled beers because they're all normally like a big half a liter bottles. So I'm not going to show all of them here because it's just pointless. Going to be there all day and I'm sure not everybody's interested in that. But just a few things to bring out to you to just compare the price wise. Really, things like the brutes, okay, you can pick up the brute beverages for approximately €3. €3 to €5 seems to be a benchmark, and then obviously you go up in price, you get some champagnes, but they taste good. Guys, our Prosecco in UK, we're talking about sort of £6-7, right? They taste better. They have a better depth of flavor, even for the cheaper ones. See, the amount of beers, again, it's aisles and aisles. Have a look at the video of a general trip where I filmed the supermarket for you guys to have a look at the prices. You know, they're not all the cheapest ones of the beers, but so we call it the shitty beer. Obviously it's not, but this is what it is. This is how it's written here. This beer was, I think, €2.89. This is again 750 milliliters, so it's quite a big one. Beers in UK, you know, if you buy your standard Heineken, you know, big bottles, they are like £2.50, £2.75 each, but we don't get the choice of a nice beers. Again, with the left, you can buy them here, only 2 options. The possibilities are endless there. Again, not the cheapest, but that was €3.70. It wasn't a deal, but this was a special reserve type thing. So again, it's worth a try. The idea is we want to get individual things, try them on, and then next time when we go there, we at least know what we prefer. Right, that's this is, I think, is meant to be a wine, okay? Because I know this brand does wine, okay? They got dent in the bottle, it's their kind of a trademark. Anyway, this was a watermelon, and they had all the other fruit stuff. So I think it's wine because it was under the fruit wines, if you wish. So yeah, 12%, it's a watermelon. That was €4.99. So I'm really excited to try that. At the same time, for, you know, being the girls that I am, and I'm picking specific sparkling bottles based on their appearance and color, as you do. Again, Right, we used to buy this wine, normal wine, when we used to go to France. Look at that. How cool does that look? And if you're thinking, oh my God, here, we'll probably be paying like 30, 40 quid for that. Right, that bottle here, pink, is a Magnum, so it's 1.5 litre. It is €8.29. So they'll make it like £7.50-ish for a massive bottle, okay? It might not taste the same as champagne, it won't, but it is good. And as a budget drink, it tastes good and it's, you know, come on, it's absolute bargain. So, also, yes, I showed you like the purple one because it's purple. That was like €3.99 for sparkling rosé. Here, as we on wine, I've told you I picked up the cheapest cider and the cheapest wine. This is just to try to see what it tastes like. This is a rosé. So this one was €1.80. So that's like, I don't know, £1.50 for a bottle. So I'm going to give it a try. And a point to note, even the cheapest wines in France come with the corked top, not a screw top. So tells you something, doesn't it? So I'll let you know how that tastes. Right, and the sheer variety again of beers, Mr. Daniel picked this one up, is a D-Day beer. I think that was about €5, he thinks, but it looks a bit special, so he's gonna keep this for a special occasion probably and crack this one open. So there we are, guys, right? As I said, we bought loads of individual other bits, but I'm not going to showcase them here. Move on with the summer food. I kind of kept it like dimensional to the other supermarkets because, well, this is stuff that we don't have or cost quite a bit more in UK. Again, we didn't drive here specifically for shopping because obviously by the time we'd driven there in the hotels and everything else, we went there to celebrate my birthday, have a good time, eat some cheese, eat some food, and yeah, buy some bits along the way. So let's go with pâtés. Again, individual pâtés. I know we've got some from the previous shop, but we're going to try those ones. Three of them for 78 grams each. It's €1.42. So we're looking about like £1.15, £1.10, something like that for 3 of those. So we bought a couple to try. Again, we purchased those similar ones from this one, and they were €2.99. So this is champagne with pork, confit with port, and terrine to something. So anyway, so got one of those to try. So if you think, again, it's less than £1 each for a long life pâté. They all have a long dates, which is brilliant. Here, I've got while I'm here, this was spinach. Again, you can rarely buy spinach in the tins in UK, only specific brand in like weird supermarkets, which I think I only managed to find one before. Anyway, there's €1.09 for 200, well, it's a 380 gram tin, so it's a bigger than slightly an average tin. So there we are. Whilst I'm in this corner here, pure cane sugar cubes. That's 1 kilo, and I think, oh, I didn't put the price on. It was like €1.89. So they had obviously the better brands. This was just a supermarket brand, but this is what we do as a preps anyway. In UK, I buy the basic brands anyway. Right, as well, here I got the Dauphinoise potatoes in the tin. This is like a single size tin. I bought the bigger ones in the previous video, previous supermarket. So this says it serves 2. Again, this one's there at $1.29. So I picked up a couple, compare them, see which one tastes better, and again, come back for more if we like them. For some reason, Mr. Daniel picked up a burger sauce. I don't know why, but nonetheless, that was like €1.98, which is similar to our sauces that are about in the UK for things like that. Right, here, okay, I've got 2 tins. Again, I use the Google Translate on the phone, not Google, Apple Translate, which you put the camera on and then tells you. And that was, like, I think sausages and beans, again, or meat and beans, I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I forgot. It's hard to remember. Anyway, €2.94. Okay, so pork. So you either got pork in there, one way or the other. Anyway, yeah, 420 grams, so it's quite a big tin. And that was similar thing, I believe. So, cassoulette, I believe. So yeah, it would be like beans and pork. And this one was €3.06. And now it's got mid-28 on the date. And this one's got, yeah, January 28. But we know, guys, the stuff will last far longer. Right, in here, Again, see, there was quite a bit of price difference. So ratatouille from this shop, and I picked one up, it was €1.49. It is a big one, different brand, so give them a try and see which ones is best. And beans. They have beans everywhere. French beans in the jars, in the tins, in the small, big. I bought the glass ones in the previous shop, in the previous video. They're a bargain. €1.09, and this is the 850 mil. So it's a big tin. So it works out less than £1. Our beans in UK are like £1.65 for a small jar, and I refuse to pay that. So I bought a few of them. I'm very happy. Really, this is probably like my best purchase. No, it's not actually. This was, but nonetheless, anyway. Options of things in there, guys. Again, please urge you to look in the videos. Anything preserved wise, they even have artichoke hearts preserved and all sorts. It's just amazing. So courgettes in a Provence sauce, that was €2.74. Good glass jar. He's got tomatoes in there, obviously really nice. I haven't seen preserved courgettes in UK. We grow courgettes, I dehydrate courgettes, and of course, guys, yes, we can, do our own sauces, but I want to try what it looks like, what it tastes like, in fact, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. Then, I think, again, I translated, they look like they're ready meals, okay, in the tin. So this one's got, I think, pork, and this one's got pork with a curry, and then pork with some sort of a tomato sauce and vegetables, I think. Feeling that looks like it's dry. I can feel rice rattling in this, so I'm going to open this and have a look. That was €1.69, I believe, right? The date on that is end of 25, but it kind of looks, it's something different to our pre-prepared like curries and stuff, because it's different, it looks different country. I assume, obviously, there'll be different taste into the stuff I get in UK, so I'm kind of excited to try that, and if it's good to add on to, a long-term prepper's pantry, yeah, I think they'll be good one. Right, so next thing, I'm talking about the having a different stuff preserved. So this is samphire, and this is a samphire in vinaigrette. Samphire is something, I don't know if you're aware, but it grows like on the coast, and it's got sort of really a seaweedy flavour, so you normally have this with fish. I've never seen samphire in a jar. Okay, and I give it that samphire is normally really expensive, okay, if you buy this normally in the fish market, it costs a lot of money. I must say this one was not cheap. This was €5.20, but look at the jar. I'm a sucker for a jar as well, right? So to me, I'm just bought this for the sake of a jar. I just think it's just really cool. I just love it. So anyway, we eat those, and then I'll have a nice jar to use afterwards. Right, so here, of course, you've got to go to France and buy some mustard. I do have a lot of mustard stockpile, but for some reason I just really like the so it's the Dijon mustard, but it comes in the little glass, like a kiddie's little glass jar. It's got Pokemon in it, so got one of those. That was €1.83, so not the cheapest, but it's in France, and a lot of mustard, like a lot of mustard. Okay, right, next thing, this one is a milkshake. You put the sachet and then you add milk, makes a flavoured milkshake. This is more so for a children type thing, okay? As a prepping item, again, we'll have a long life milk. If I need to give this to, to a child, just add it on. It makes it a bit more palatable for her to have this because she's growing up. So again, not the cheapest. It was $2.99, but you do have 10 sachets in there, which is, I thought it was not too bad. Right, next thing, a powdered milk. I wanted to try their powdered milk. It feels like it's more like a crystals rather than the powder that we have. And the issue I find with the UK powdered milk, that it doesn't dissolve that well, especially in the teas or coffees. So I wanted to try that. This is 300 grams and it's €2.82. So it is cheaper than buying a proper powdered milk in UK. Not a cream, as we're talking about milk. They also had a little bit more, for a little bit more money, they had one with the additions of vitamins as well, which kind of sounded like a good idea. So anyway, I'm going to give that a go and we'll see what the difference is like. So hopefully it'll be better than ours. Right, another thing here. Okay, I picked this up. This is I understand, it's the bacteria for yogurts, to make your own yogurts. I have a powdered yogurt that you can do in the yogurt machine, one of those thermal things, or you can make in a normal thermos cup thing. But yeah, to have a bacteria, so you can just add this on to your milk and you curdle it and you make yourself a yogurt. I thought it was a good idea and I really wanted to try that. Not something that I've seen in UK at all, but that goes to say for a lot of things that are available in France. For literally, we haven't even finished walking around the supermarket. There's so much to look at. Plus, I was filming constantly for you guys to see the prices. So nonetheless, €3.20. But once you have the bacteria in a yogurt, you can then do the next batch with the yogurt as well. So that was a good one for me to try. Right, this was just meringues, but pistachios. Something that we've seen, I'm like, yeah, that's going to taste awesome. Not a prepping thing, but it just looked amazing. And it was like €1, so there we are. Right, so, oh yeah. I always tell you guys to buy the dry things, like dried biscuits or dried breads for the prepping pantry for long term. Well, they have, it looks like a rich tea biscuit, but it's got like a chocolate in between. Okay. We've got Nutella ones here, but they're like really, really expensive. So they were 84p, 84 Euro-p. So that's like 70 pence a thing, which is something different, but I think it's a good prepping item. Right, whilst I'm in here, I've seen that. I've spotted cherries in syrup, a big one, in the glass jar. So 680 grams with water, so 720 ml. €2.07 I've got written down, or is it 2.09? So nonetheless, for a big jar, and because it comes in the jar as well, I thought that's a really good idea. We can buy tins in UK, really, but they're sweet, like sweet cherries, like really sweet cherries, for £1.50 a jar or £1.60. So I thought that was rather good. Right, Mr. Daniel again bought himself some chocolate. I think he probably bought like 3 kilos worth of chocolate altogether. Anyway, yeah, this was €10 in a bit, but this is for 4. Okay, and they are 180 grams each. So, and he said he loves them. So there we are. It's like works out. Was it €2.50? So £2.20 something, £2.10 for a decent bar of chocolate. So anyway, he's a chocoholic. Right, and well, I'm seeing. Oh yeah, there's a beer. Mr. Daniel bought some beers, but he did pick up the little beers. They're quite handy. He says they occasionally, when you just want to have a half a beer or something like that. They are small and they're French beers, and it's really nice. So they're 250 ml. So the little one. So this was pack of 6 for. Where did I write it down? Oh yeah, sorry. €4.12. Okay, so yeah, he bought some big ones as a multi packs as well, about €2 a bottle, but they're big bottles too. Okay, and the last to what I'm showing you is those little they're little, basically little, not say croutons, but a little toast, but they're dried, like they're perfect if you like to have some cheese or like cold meats. They're so crunchy, they're fluffy crunchy, if that makes sense. So anyway, again, as a prepping items, I'm in for all the long-term breads, like breadsticks and biscuits. We can get, I don't think we can get anything like that in UK, not for the prices anyway. That was like under €2 for, well, that many, it's 100 pieces. So, and they are wrapped in individually for 5 packets. So I thought that was really, really good. Oh, yeah, and because the Auchan has everything in there, like everything. It's a garden centre, it's frying pan shop, it tons of everything. I couldn't help but just pop in there. I said, we're not buying plants, not buying seeds. No, we're not. Well, we did. But anyway, I just popped in to have a look at the prices for the seeds. But anyway, seeds prices are similar to the ones in UK, but I wanted to get a tomato seed from France. So they were £1.65 each. So you got the pack of tomato seeds, and I bought some artichoke because I wanted to grow artichoke. I had one years ago in a different house. I'm going to plant one and I'm going to grow this. And it's going to be a reminder of my lovely trip to my birthday to France. So there we are. Okay, guys, I think... Oh, no, sorry, I've forgotten. I see the coffee. Because we still haven't bought the replacement coffee machine, still drinking a shit coffee from home. But when we stayed in a hotel, okay, they had this coffee in there, and it was like a totally powdered coffee, like what the Nescafe Zero is. literally powder. And when I put this in the glass cup, put the water in there, it really come up with a nice little crema on the top. So it's like, okay. And it's actually tasted really good for a, Nescafe, for kind of all over the place brand. It was actually really, really good. So we decided to get some to drink some at home. So it says here it's 100 cups, 100 portions, but I think the cups are a bit smaller. So €5.73. Okay, so not the cheapest, but our coffee in UK, it's like the ones that we pay is £6.75 for a jar. So it's a lot of money, but something different to try to have here. And at the same time, they had the little sachets of that, the ones from the hotel that we had. So there's 25 sachet here, and that was €1.83. So call it like £1.50 for 25 sachets of a semi-decent coffee. So there we are, guys, right? I think I've covered what it is here. So yeah, hopefully, guys, you really enjoyed my little mini hauls. As I said, please have a look at that video or find this on my channel when I publish this about the whole trip, but a lot of it is filming inside the supermarkets. I literally, I didn't care. I was just filming this because I wanted to show you the varieties of stuff that they have in there. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I do hope, guys, you've enjoyed this little video. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, please, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.